global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Earlier in the week we did mention something unique would be taking place this time in Rivers State that is definitely going to gather a lot of politicians in one place. I'm talking about the line instead of the burial of the late Chairman Bennett Wuchi, who happens to be the brother to Edison Ehie. We're going to give you full details on that in a moment, but you're going to see at the background, you're seeing the arrival of the governor, similarly Fubara, his deputy. And if you look at the crowd, you would agree with me that this is Fubara's political family. Actually, coming together to grieve with their own, to celebrate with their own, and also to mourn with their own. But let's give you full details very quickly. River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara on Saturday honored Dr. Edison Ehie with his presence at the funeral of his elder brother, late Mr. Chairman Bennett at Aripo in Ahoada East local government area of the state. Now, the governor was accompanied to the burial by his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odo, secretary to the state government, Barrister Benabo Anabrabra, Amoposunumbo Fubara Hat, Dr. Tamo Nosisi Gogo Jaja, Dr. Henry Woko, Chief Ambrose Nwosu Scott Tommy, and Chief Theodore Georgewell. Now, others who attended the solemn event are former Senate President pro tempore and President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo Worldwide, that's Senator John Azuta, Ambassador Oji Ngofa, some former and current National and State Assembly members, and some stakeholders. A whole lot of persons came around. But if you look very critically, you agree with me, and you also observe that Martins Amaewhule and all the assembly members were conspicuously missing. I guess it's just a case of, can we just be civil and govern? We do not need to attend your things. Now, for some of us who do not, you will not understand why such a crowd, as even the likes of Governor Fubara found himself in here. Now, if you can recollect during the election period, that brought in the likes of Ambassador Chijioke Ihonwo as the chairman. All that is said, Sugar Mayor, all of that said, where the elections, campaign were going on. And if you recollect, that was when the heat of the political crisis was on, and where Fubara found himself, forming a formidable supporter base. All of that, of course, Edison Ehie, who was also known as the king of youth, gathered them. It was like a big umbrella, and they stood strong. And they were trying to, as at that period, trying to forcefully uproot the quote-unquote stubborn structure that was already standing, who have refused to let go. That's the likes of Deloitte, one or CK them, someone one or CK them, who were the then chairman, and refused to go, insisting that the lawmakers, which is this Martins Amaewhule them, have given them extra 6 months, of which it has elapsed into 1 year, and that they are still legitimate. They've been extended, and they amended their River State law, giving themselves power to extend. They amended the River State law, giving themselves power to extend local government duration, local government chairman duration. And they then extended the likes of Deloitte and someone who CK's stay. And then Fubara was still the governor then. They did their thing without, they said there was a bypass they can do, such that they don't need the attestation and signature of Fubara. And here it is. The law of the land, the Nigerian constitution, does not permit such. And so Fubara held an election. Okay, before the election, they refused. So there was now a CTC. They said they cannot be a CTC until they are involved, until that this is their tenure. And, the whole thing went, berserk. Everything was something else. So at that period, allegedly, They said that period became so hot, politics is for the strong mind. They are liar keys. If you don't have mind, please. Nigerian politics is not for the lily livered, whatever it is, but just be strong-willed. So along the line, during that, CTC, the likes of Obi chairman, that's Ambassador Chijioke Ihonwu, men mounted. Chijioke Ihonwu was around. He ensured that his boys were on ground, full scale. In fact, he had to start employing enough. I think at some point they employed over 200 special assistants. All of that was just to man his local government and ensure that he took full control of that area, and he did. But along the line, a whole lot of them had a formidable team. I do not understand what really happened, because this is alleged. They said along that they were looking for Edison Ehie, and Edison Ehie, that's a strong man where he was ensuring that the political family was standing tall, because it was now a case of stamping the authority of Governor Fubara. Yes, he's the elected governor, but it looks as if they want to undermine him then, as at that time. So he needed to stamp his authority. But along the, according to what we heard grapevine, some persons mistook him for Edison Ehie, that's the late elder brother. They mistook him for Edison Ehie, and that was it. And this something like this kind of similar scenario happened somewhere in Imo State, where in Idiato, north and south, Idiato South, with a king on the Ugo Chinyere Kenga, where when he was also running for election, this one is his own personal election, they went against his uncle. They literally, because he won, he was supposed to win, he won, but they now wanted to inject fear in him, and they went against his uncle, brought down his own, burnt houses. After that election, though he won, they annulled it, and he told Hope Uzodinma that he was then a governor, still is the governor for the now. Said, look, even if you conduct this election 2, 3, 4, 5 times, I will still win, and I'll win again and again, because I'm holding the people's mandate. The people want me. They voted me in. You can't rig it. And in all sincerity, just like he said with his words, true to his words, he won again. After the second election, they said they should cancel it. There was a rerun, and he said it, and he won it as a flawless victory. So, but one thing I noticed about Edison Ehie was that despite when all of that happened, he didn't lay his brother to rest. During the 6 months suspension, he didn't lay his brother to rest. He allowed everywhere to become calm. I must say, respect to him. So it's only natural that Fubara, although Fubara took a little time in coming, because at some point I was observing to be sure first, before reportage, that he was there, because Edison Ehie is one man that's shown so much support. Men have gone down because of this matter. But in all of this, I thank the Most High God that Rivers State is very much at peace. And I pray in all sincerity that the lives of Edison, the Martins Amaewhule, them, and the other camp would genuinely embrace peace, and not political, not just a political peace, but a genuine peace. If you notice them, that particular camp, never, the likes of Samuel and Wanosike or Chidilos, they didn't come close. Let's go wrap it up. Let's meet it.